If you do your taxes yourself, then it's pretty likely you've already started thinking about filing in 2018. Joining us now to share how do-it-yourselfers can save money and avoid making mistakes is H&R Block's Heather Watts. Hey Heather, how are DIY taxpayers preparing to file before the calendar year is even over?
Well, believe it or not, about 35% of the do-it-yourself taxpayers that we surveyed are already thinking about how they're going to file for the upcoming season. And a lot of the motivation or advantage to doing that is about getting organized, thinking about tracking down those documents and where you might have those. A good way to do that is to actually take pictures of them with your mobile phone and upload them to a secure digital vault such as MyBlock. And then once they're ready to do their taxes, they have all those documents right at their fingertips.
Okay, now according to an H&R Block survey, 45% of DIY taxpayers say the process is a source of stress. I can believe that. So why are they still doing it themselves?
Most DIY taxpayers do their own taxes because they're trying to save money. And the good news is there's some great free options out there. H&R Block More Zero is one of them, and it allows about 6 out of 10 taxpayers to do both their federal and their state taxes completely free.
How about some life changes taxpayers should consider when preparing their taxes?
Yeah, the taxpayers we surveyed, about 61% of them expect that a life change is going to impact their tax situation. A lot of the popular ones are around getting married, having a child go to college, or even retiring. One of the most exciting ones, of course, is having a baby. And if you can sneak in that birth before the end of the year, so by 12/31, that baby can actually be worth up to $1,000 under the child tax credit, which can really have an impact on your tax refund.
What about new tax legislation? How will that affect DIY taxpayers?
The most important thing to remember about tax reform is that it's not going to impact anything for the upcoming tax season. And so taxpayers won't be impacted until they go to file their tax return in 2019.
I'm sure many DIYers are worried about making a mistake. Is there a place they can go, say, online for extra help?
One of the best ways to get help is through Tax Pro Review, which is a service that allows a DIY taxpayer to do their own taxes. And then before they decide to file, they can actually send that return over to an H&R Block tax professional. And that tax pro will just double check the return and make sure that they didn't miss any critical credit or deduction. And then they'll send that back and the client will approve it and they'll e-file it and be on their way to their maximum refund.
Great. Thank you, Heather. For more information and tips on how to get ready for the tax season, go to hrblock.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.